sometimes we love people around us so much that we want them to be on the same level that we on. We want them to live like us, do what we do, have the opportunities that we have, and it's just not meant for everybody. God got a path for you, and that was for you. So everybody not the chosen one, man, and sometimes that might be you. You the chosen one.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today we got a very special guest in the building. You can't box him in. He's an artist. He's a Oscar-nominated songwriter.
Yeah.
He's a director, an entrepreneur with Forever Legend Studios.
Yes, sir.
Man, member of OTF, and you just recently released your first film, Primary Position.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, bro.
Man, you already know it's your boy Hypno Carlito, OTF representative, Forever Legend CEO, man. I'm here.
You have a long history in this industry, and I want to start at the beginning, honestly, right? Your first record deal with JIVE Records.
Yeah.
That's a legendary studio to be signed to, a legendary label, right? Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, NSYNC. The list goes on. Usher. Talk about the beginning and how that process even got started a little bit.
I want to say I was about like 16, and I had started dealing with a guy named Tanyata Martinez out of Detroit. Well, not Detroit, Flint, Michigan. And he wanted to sign me, man. He was like, "You a star, man. I got a distribution deal with JIVE Records." And he was like, "I want you to be an artist with Bedrock Entertainment." So we end up going, we linked up, we did a couple records under Bedrock, and then he showed some executives over at JIVE, and they was like, "Look, let's lock in. We definitely want to do a situation." So I did a record with those them franchise boys, and man, it started like turning up. But you know, things was different at that time. It wasn't like social media crazy. You had to build that real organic buzz straight from the streets. So it was going slower than it probably would have went if we had those viral moments. You know what I'm saying? But it was a fun experience, and it was cool to do just at an early age, early in my career.
For you experiencing that so early on, right?
Yeah.
That's major success at 16 years old.
Nah, you definitely feel like a star.
How do you feel like it changed your expectations for yourself when it came to success?
I just always knew I was going to have to be bigger. I was going to have to be bigger than what I was. That was a strong start. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing music for years. I was influenced by so many different people in the music game. I was always on the local scene. So even at 16, I felt like I was 21. You know what I'm saying? I was already in the clubs, already performing, already doing big shows, major shows. So it was fun, man. It wasn't no pressure. It was just me doing me at that time. And I wasn't even thinking about, the future or nothing like that at that time. I was just living in the moment and enjoying it.
I mean, at 16, who the fuck's thinking about, this is the rest of my life?
Facts.
You don't even know what's gonna happen next.
You don't.
What do you feel like's the most important thing you learned through that experience?
That's when I started just understanding the concept of never wait. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to wait on people, because at that time, I used to wait on people, and I used to wait on records to come out, wait on approvals, wait on cosigns, wait on people to actually put me in that spotlight. And it's just better when you just don't wait and you just do you. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like common advice, but it's a small piece of advice that could take you a long way. You know what I'm saying?
There was a good-ass quote that I heard the other day, but it basically was saying, like, I think it was from you, actually, that people get a deal and they expect that deal to take them somewhere.
Yeah.
They forget to do the work afterwards.
I explained this to my artist the other day. I was having a conversation with him. It's so funny. I'm like, getting a record deal means nothing. Getting a record deal is like getting an investor off the street. You still got to pay the money back. It's always a loan. It's never a gift. And you got to do the work. It's not a magical machine that be like, okay, we're going to take you to the top. And I know everybody think that there is, but it's not. It's just all in the personality, the character, the artist. How far are the fans going to take you? You know what I'm saying? Because the fans, that's your motion. That's who's buying it. That's who's coming to see you. That's who's enjoying the music. So That's what's putting everything into you. Without the fans, you don't have no label support. You don't have no street support. You don't have nothing. It's really all about the fans and just building yourself. So yeah, a label is not the most important part of music and getting your music out there. A label is almost the smallest part. You don't need a label no more. I know so many artists that's rich, successful, millionaires, got money, and they cool, and they don't have a label. And they wasn't with a label. They just got they small label that they started with, and they was grinding. They was putting their own money into it, and you get out what you put in.
How do you feel like you came to that understanding?
Just always being that guy putting up my own money. I always put up my own money. No deal that I had came with advances, even when I had opportunity for advances, because I always looked at advances as a loan. So if you give me 10,000, I know you don't want 10,000 back. You want a lot more. So I wasn't even interested in finding out how much you wanted back. I just wanted to do my own thing. If you can give me some connections and you could take me to another level, I could get some distribution. I'm cool with that because that's what y'all was going to do to begin with. And whatever little small amount of money y'all wanted to give me just would have been pocket change anyway.
You learned the business quick, bro.
Man, I wouldn't say quick. It took years, man. I've been in it a long time.
But that's the important thing, understanding what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of these people, once again, they look for that route and they want it, but they don't really understand what that entails.
At all.
They're just willing to sign it because they know it's going to get them somewhere, or at least they think it will.
Most people just want the name. They just want to be able to say, hey, I'm signed with Def Jam or I'm signed with Atlantic. They willing to sign the contract just for that, just to be able to have bragging rights. And that's, man, that watered down probably, a week later, 2 weeks later, ain't nobody talking about that no more. So it's just about the impact that you bring. All that other shit is irrelevant.
So what was it that made your second deal make sense for you? You signed to OTF back in 2015, the first artist that Durk signed.
Yeah.
Why did that make sense for you at the time?
For one, I liked Durk. I liked his music. I was already a fan. You know, Durk was new. So they all came, Chief Keef, Durk, Fredo Santana, Lil Reese. We was all seeing them. For me to get with Durk and he was to take to my music and like my music, that was big for me. A lot of people wasn't co-signing. People knew who I was. I was local talent. But people weren't co-signing for Durk to be like, hey, I want him to be my first artist. That meant something to me. That was big to me. And I trusted him. You know what I'm saying? We all was learning the business at the same time. I ain't expect nothing to be perfect. I never looked at anything and was like expecting anything. I just was going for the ride. And that's why I never had no bitter feelings about no business or no ill feelings about nothing that didn't go my way, because it was like, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to enjoy the ride. I'm here to experience these new things. And it was fun, man. It was great. Like, everything about it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Even still to this day, especially at that time. So it was great just going from this level to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
You were all elevating at the same time.
All of us.
That's a crazy thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Almost from the ground floor, right? Because Durk was still on his way up. He wasn't this superstar that he is today.
Nah, yeah.
So you being there for the tough times, because there's been times where you guys had concerts and there was 15 people. Yeah. There's concerts where there were 20,000 people.
Yeah. That's just how it is. I was there for the whole growth. So it feel good to be there from that point to now.
What do you feel like's the biggest struggle you guys had to overcome? Or at least you being a part of the collective and understanding that, hey, this is business and it's not personal.
Just being all you can be as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, personal, we good. We gonna chill, we gonna hang, we gonna talk shit, we gonna have fun. But being an artist is still business. Like, he's still a CEO. He's still a boss. So you definitely have to do the work and you got to turn up. And it's not on him to turn you up. It's not on him to make you a millionaire. Like I said before, it's on the fans. The fans got to take to you. They got to be the ones that's really, how would I say it, pushing you and putting the money in your pocket, buying your product and one more. I would say this too, the fame part. The biggest struggle you got to overcome is you're still trying to get somewhere and you're still trying to be all you can be and you're still trying to be the brand that you are, but real life. You still got real life. You still got bills, kids, problems, issues, things to catch up on, things to take care of. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing that we had to overcome, was still being stars on top of having real life. You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody just think that, when you got a video with millions of views that you made it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, things get better. You make money, you travel, and you grow, but you still deal with the real life side of things. So, I think that was the biggest thing that we had to overcome, and still going through still today. More money, more problems. That's just how life goes.
Real life issues. And I want to take it back to the fact that, that's kind of why I started this. I wanted people to realize, like, everybody goes through shit. You could be the biggest artist in the world. You still got to go home and face those issues that you face every single day.
That's a fact.
How do you feel like you found that balance?
It was just the way I was raised. I was always raised with sense. I was always raised to have respect for people and just do right by people. Not expect anything. Be a man. Go out and get your own things. So when you raised like that, it just, I don't know, it's just instilled in you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to say. It's like it's just instilled in me of just the type of person that I am. You know what I'm saying? It's just who I am.
I asked that because that's a struggle I've dealt with for so long. I'm nowhere near where you guys have reached. I want to be there one day, but I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
And even at this level, I have to find a way to balance relationships. I have to find a way to balance, my work priorities, everything.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
You need to sacrifice in order to be somewhere big one day. And,
you got to.
And it's heartbreaking because you understand, like, a lot of people aren't going to make it.
I deal with that every day. Just realizing that a lot of people just won't make it. A lot of people around you just not gonna make it. Everybody not chosen. Everybody not special. Everybody not you. So the hard part is accepting that, because sometimes we love people around us so much that we want them to be on the same level that we on. We want them to live like us, do what we do, have the opportunities that we have, and it's just not meant for everybody. God got a path for you, and that was for you. So everybody not the chosen one, man. And sometimes that might be you the chosen one, not them.
Damn, bro, you said God.
Yeah.
You usually only said the Most High.
Oh, yeah. Reason why I've been saying it a lot these past couple of days, I got my kids, so I don't want to train them into thinking how I think. But I mentioned that the other day when I was talking about it. I was like, God. But usually I only say the Most High, the highest power, stuff like that.
Why is it you only mention it as that?
Just me personally, I feel like I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I don't believe in God. I believe in God 1,000%, but I just don't know if his name is even God. That's why I say the Most High, the Creator, the Almighty, the highest power, because we all know something started this, and we all know that it came from something. It just didn't. It wasn't just a human that just popped up on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So something made it all happen. And I guess it got to come with history and knowledge, education, knowing your history. But I always say, like, I was just having this conversation with my friends, like, whose story is really right? Who is really 100% correct? And then if you was to say it's you, how can you 1,000% tell me that your story is it? I was talking to one of my other friends, and there's thousands of religions. Why is yours the number one right one? And that's how I think. And it's not to battle anybody about what they believe in. It's just for me to say that I do understand that there is a higher power. I'm not an atheist. I'm still like everybody else. You get in a situation, God, please don't, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just be thinking sometimes, like, man, I wish there was a way where I could 1,000% know. I feel like the term God, that he come and say, hey, look, my name is God. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just say the Almighty, the Most High, the highest power, our Creator.
Going to the religion aspect, everybody takes you could take bits and pieces from each of them because each of them practice so many things in different ways, but who are they all praising? They're all praising the same thing.
The same thing.
That's
why I try to, when I had these talks with people, I'd be like, how am I wrong and you right? Like, we all praising the same thing. I'm not saying that you wrong. All I'm saying is everybody got different ways to go about things, and I don't want to fall in the aspect of saying everybody's wrong and I'm right because this is what I was taught. No, we're not sure 1,000%. I feel like I had this talk with my sister, and she is big on religion. She big on what she believe in, and she'll go back and forth with me all day about this situation. But when I ask her 1,000% those questions, she don't know 1,000%. It's just what she has her faith in, and that's what it is. I have my faith in the highest power. I don't have my faith into a certain church or a certain word. No, my faith is in the highest power. That's just what it is. I definitely pray like everybody else. I go to church like everybody else. I'm not against it. That's what I call them.
So this highest power, he blessed you with your second family, OTF.
Yeah.
What does that signify to you? What does OTF represent to you?
Only the family. That's what it means, and that's what it represents. And I feel like I'm one of the people that I really stand on this only the family shit. I live by that. My life is about that. I'm all about only the family. My family is everything to me, and I want to be everything to them. I hope I'm everything to them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, only the family. That's the most important.
What do you feel like was the moment that solidified it for you? A lot of people will look at it as the chain, but I don't look at it like that.
No, it took me a long time to get a chain. I ain't get a chain right away. And I never did it for the chain. When I first signed with OTF, I wasn't even thinking about jewelry. Jewelry wasn't even a big thing when I first got signed. I got signed in 2015. People weren't wearing jewelry like that. Durk had one chain, and it was like, that was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, people was wearing like Jesus heads and crosses and shit like that. It wasn't no custom jewelry. So it came later down the line. But OTF just always meant something to me because, like I was saying before, we chosen and I was chose. So you chose me. I'm going to give it my all. Like, I'm not finna half-ass this. I'm not finna play with this opportunity. I'm not finna bullshit it. Like, I'm finna give it my all. I'm chosen.
What was the moment that made you really feel like I'm here? Because you've talked about it before that only the family means that only the family can speak in this.
Yep.
And you know you can speak in it when you know.
When we first started touring and the voice that I had and, you know, the way people treated me, the way we treated each other, the way we talked to each other, the way we vent to each other, it was those moments and those tour moments where I knew, like, we family. And I could speak my mind. He could speak his mind. I could say what I want to say. He could say what he want to say. We not into it. You know what I'm saying? So I think them tour moments is what really solidified it for me. Like, nah, these are my brothers. This is family. It's deeper than rap. It ain't no record label shit like this. Family.
That's a brotherhood thing, bro.
Facts.
I heard tour be tearing people apart for real.
Nah, it does. I seen so many people go home or get sent home, and it's like I never was one of them people. I always just, played by the rules and did me.
Being a part of the label, you've watched a lot of people elevate. We mentioned it a little bit earlier. How have you seen yourself elevate?
As an artist, as a writer, as a person, you know what I'm saying, as a father, as a CEO, entrepreneur, filmmaker, I seen myself grow a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because when I first started, I didn't know where I wanted to go. I just know I wanted to make music. We all just wanted to be famous and be lit and have a lot of money. But as years went by, like, so many other things was just way more important. I started off as a rapper. Now I'm everything. I own a recording studio in Chicago. We've been open 4 years. I just produced, wrote, written, starred in my own film. Out now, Amazon Prime. I write records for other people. I've worked with other people. I've signed producers, multi-platinum producers. I I've seen myself elevating a lot of ways that I didn't see myself being in 2015.
Shit, Oscar nominated songwriter, bro.
And that came right away. That was like 2016, I think. Like, I had worked with Spike Lee. It wasn't even 16. I think this was still 15. I worked with Spike Lee, and
that was 2015.
Yeah, like I had just got with Durk. Durk album had just came out. I was on the album. I met Nick Cannon. I wrote the song for him, and I was with Spike maybe a couple days after writing the song, and it was lit. Like even Durk was like, "Damn, that shit crazy." Like we went to the movies to see the movie Chirac when it came out. We was in L.A. and Durk was like, "Man, I'm proud of you. This raw." And I'm like, "Man, I ain't know it was gonna take me to that level of writing."
Film. It's something you've transitioned over to. You've seen so much success with the music. Why take that jump in the film?
I always liked film. I always wanted to make movies. I always watch people movies and be like, man, I could do better than that. Or I could do that. Or, nah, I know I'm doper than that. So it was one of them situations for me where it was like, you could do this, man. Do it. And I just did it, man. Like, I had these ideas in my head, and I always directed my own music videos. So I always knew that directing my first film, it wasn't going to be easy, but I knew I had it in the bag for sure.
I can't believe Chirac was 2015. Almost 10 years ago for, you know how old I was in 2015?
How old?
I'm going to blow your fucking mind. I was 15.
Oh, damn.
When I look back on that shit and like dates and shit, I'm like, bro, I'm a lot farther than where I would have ever thought I would be at 15. And
yes.
Shit, you too, bro.
Yes, bro.
16 years old. Like,
yes.
Once again, you were signed to JIVE Records, bro.
Yes, legendary. It's like JIVE don't even exist no more. They RCA right now.
So then with the film, 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That ain't no joke for a debut film.
Nah.
Especially directing. That's a lot of work, bro.
Yes.
What were some of the struggles you had to overcome when putting this film together?
Everything. Man, I had so much thrown at me, man. It was not easy, bro. So much doubt, so much hate. So many people really looking at me like, I make films, I do films. I'm on my 5th film, I'm on my 10th film. I do this, man. You ain't went to school for this. Like, it was like, I don't gotta go to school for this, man. Like, I do this shit. I know I'm a visionary. I'm dope at what I do. I know what I do. I got a vision out of this world. I can see almost anything. It's to the point where it's scary. Like, I see shit before it happened. I manifest everything in my life. Anything that I want to do, I'm going to manifest it. Can't nobody stop nothing that I really want to do. I don't care who you is. It's just, that's what it is. If I say I'm going to do it, that's what's going to happen. And that's what happened with Primary Position. I had meetings with everybody. I sat down with BET, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Tubi, Peacock. I sat with everybody in their office, and I was going office to office to office, and everybody was rocking with me. Everybody was showing love, but it wasn't my cup of tea of just when I first got in the game, it was just it felt like everybody just wanted to rookie me, you know what I'm saying, and treat me like a rookie, and that's cool, but I ain't no rookie. I ain't that. Like, I'm dope, and I know that. So it was hard, man. It was hard getting the film across to a lot of people. It took me to actually finish it, get it done, and put it on Amazon Prime before people took me serious and understood what was really going on. Just like when you just mentioned Rotten Tomatoes, 67%. I don't even know what Rotten Tomatoes is. I still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to make movies and for people to see them, and I hope they just like them. I don't know about the sites and who. I used to talk to agents when I first started working on a movie. Oh, well, your IMDb has to look like this, and it has to do this, and if it's not this, then it's not. And it's like, I just want to have fun with this. Like, that was the problem with music. Everything started becoming business, and everything started becoming the strict part of business. And it's like, I just want to have fun, man. I want to have fun with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back to having passion for something. And that be the thing with music, where you lose the passion when it all becomes about a certain thing. It all becomes about jewelry. It all becomes about views. It all becomes about how many albums you sold. Like, I don't care if you sold 500 albums. If you dope, you dope. I'm one of the 500 that listen to you, nigga. I'll fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not judging you off of that. And I think that's what's wrong with society today. Everything is based off numbers and all of that. And that's why I felt Quavo, I think he said something recently like, man, shit need to go back to people dropping dope-ass mixtapes. And I don't think it's because Quavo can't sell. I think it's the reality of it was fun when you had mixtapes, when wasn't nobody thinking about outselling anybody. It was just dope music. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why today the music industry doesn't sound the same. Everything sounds repetitive. It's no consistent great music. It's just everybody trying to sound like whatever's hot. You know what I'm saying? Because they competing for views and streams and sales. So yeah, back to the original question when it came to the movies and all that. Man, it was hard, bro. Like, it was hard for me because people was trying to take me out of my passion and they was trying to take me out of having fun. I want to have fun with this. I ain't looking for the money or none of that. I put my own money up for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hell no, I'm not looking for the money or the income part of it. I'm just looking to make good product, dope product, and have fun, man.
Just doing something you love, because I want to take it back to what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get so caught up in the reception. You get so caught up in what are these people going to think?
Yep.
Even if you don't care, you still want people to be like, yo, this was dope.
Yeah.
Because in reality, people's opinions doesn't matter, because it's not going to change what you do. It's not going to stop you from making music, from recording a movie, from doing every single thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
But when nobody's watching, it's like, oh shit, like, who am I speaking to?
Yeah.
And that's when you push the business. That's when you're like, okay, I need to start making money. I need to start doing this. My dad today, he's an asshole. I love my dad. He's an asshole though. He's like, what are you going to record again today for? You don't make any money. I'm like, bro, I wanted to tell him, I'm like, bro, when I start making money, you're out, bro. But it's just one of those things. Like, I love to do this. I like to do this. I come here because I enjoy these conversations. And sitting down with you, like, it really reminds me, like, damn, I do this shit for real, and I like to do it.
Man, you gonna be dope. You don't even understand how big this shit gonna get, man. Just gotta stay consistent, bro. That's it. Don't care about what nobody say. It was years and years of me not making money in music. And then now, I don't even drop as much music, but my publishing checks, my royalty checks, I make more money than motherfucker that's dropping music all the time. So it's like you just gotta stay down till you come up, man.
So then walk us through those meetings a little bit. You mentioned that people weren't really rocking with it. They were trying to rookie you.
Yeah.
Why Amazon?
Amazon actually gave me a chance. Amazon is a big platform, and they gave me a chance to actually showcase my film on a major platform. You know, coming straight out the gate. Everybody kind of like come straight out the gate and go to like Tubi, you know, like up and coming platforms and stuff like that, YouTube. And it was like Amazon actually like reached out and just was like, come on, let's do it. Let's put together a situation. And that was big for me because it was like everybody else kind of, it felt like they was holding me back. It felt like they wanted to release it when they wanted to release it. And, you know, that's what come with it. You know, that's called being shelved. And I'm not here to be shelved, like especially on my first project. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to be shelved in no type of way. So, yeah, when Amazon said, nah, we could just do it, let's get it uploaded, send the files, I'm like, I'm going with Amazon. Yeah. I'm not finna wait on nobody. And then my film come out 2 years later. They didn't kill my momentum. They didn't kill everything I was trying to build because they got their own plan for me. Nah, I got my own plan for me. Mm-hmm. So that's just what it was for me. When it comes to the meetings, wasn't nothing wrong with them. Like, I'm very good friends with my homie over at Hulu, the vice president of Hulu. Shout out Dougie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dougie was cool. You know what I'm saying? Dougie still want to work with me. Um, my people over at Tubi, my people over at BT, shout out Manny Haley. It was a lot of deals that just didn't go through, and people wanted to really rock with this project, but it worked for me in the best way for me, and I'm happy about it. I'm not upset. I don't feel like I had a bad release. I don't feel like it was a weak release. I feel like we did well, and the numbers that we doing on Amazon is amazing. So I'm actually happy how it turned out. Once again, the Most High, the Almighty, He put it together for me. You know?
It's raw. It's raw. I saw it like when everything was coming out, everybody was posting it, and that's how you know it's a success. When the people that are involved, they want to promote that shit.
Yeah.
That's how you know it was a good product.
Nah, real shit.
Because if the people are involved and not promoting it, that's how you know it did.
Yeah, nah, facts. I appreciate the support from everybody, from our cast, from, just the team, period, from the fans, from a bunch of my friends. Like, man, I appreciate everybody, man. Primary Position. It's still going. It's still going up. And, it's actually finna be on Tubi, Peacock, all that. So we still elevating with it.
Are you still doing that film with Nick Cannon?
Yeah, we working on it right now. Yeah.
It's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said that shit like 2 years ago and said it'd be out the next year. I just wanted to make sure.
It's so crazy, man, with Nick because we was just talking and I got like a couple films that I want to do with Nick that I want him to executive produce. But this film, man, this film is so crazy. Like, I'm excited about it. I'm actually thirsty for us to get going on it. And I think this year for sure we gonna get going on it. We talked like 2 months ago and he was like, nah, let's do it. Let's go towards summertime. So I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be dope. And plus I got another film that I'm doing that's written and produced and starring me, but I got Nick Cannon in that one as well. He's just gonna act in my film. So that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's raw, bro.
Yeah.
What's the idea behind the first one?
It's a comedy. It's about, two boys from Chicago. Man, how can I explain it without giving the exact synopsis? Because I don't want to give out too much, and then Nick come to me saying I shouldn't have been talking about it. But yeah, it's about two boys from Chicago, and they inherit something big. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't know how to act. They just regular guys from the crib that never had nothing. And yeah, they make it work, and they make it work out in their favor, but they got to go through a lot of obstacles to actually complete the mission. So Nick Cannon's in the film as well. He got a piece in the film that I wrote in, but yeah, this gonna be dope, man. So hopefully we get going soon, and Nick, we waiting on you. If not, we gonna press that green button, baby. That's a hit for sure, man. You ain't seen nothing like this since Friday, for sure.
Bring movies back to Chicago, bro.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of like 90s movies, a little older movies, right? And there's a lot in Chicago, and they were raw ass movies.
Yeah.
One of my favorites was, it's not in Chicago, but part of it was, right, When Harry Met Sally. I know it's a rom-com type shit.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking legendary movie. And what did they highlight at the very beginning? Chicago.
We got so much, bro. Like we are a great city, man. Chicago is like, to me, not because I'm from here, but Chicago is number one. We the biggest. We the best. We got the best food, man. We got the best everything. Even our celebrities, man. We got the best celebrities, the best everything. Like we lit, bro. I love Chicago to the T. We get all our seasons. We get every season of the year.
Fuck winter.
We turn. Definitely fuck winter, though.
You know, when we create as creatives, a lot of our life bleeds into our creativity.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Primary Position where your character is yelling at somebody. And he says, I needed my father too, motherfucker. Where was you at?
It's so crazy because I felt that. Like, I went back to the script. I can't remember what I wrote or what I said, but I remember that day I didn't even go off script. I think I just freestyled it. We was like, come on, let's go. And he started recording. They said action, and it was over with. Like, from the moment I started walking towards him, I just started freestyling. And I was just throwing it out there. And it just all catched. And everybody was like, wow, bro, like, we keeping that. And I'm like, damn. I just thought that we was going to have to chop it up. And they like, nah, like, that was a perfect. And I think I felt it a lot just because my father was missing. You know what I'm saying? And it was easy for me to relate to Darnell. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was missing and he wasn't around. And it's like, I meant that shit. Like, shit, I needed my father too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that role definitely was a dope role. And it was easy for me to jump into character because Darnell was Hypno.
How did you see the absence of your father impact you growing up?
A lot of people say, you know, you need your father to teach you how to be a man. And I don't feel like that's correct. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like just life taught me how to be a man. Your father could give you tips on certain things of what to do, how to do it, what to say, but the streets taught me. And I know a lot of people be saying that like, oh man, I was raised by the streets. And nah, the streets just taught me. The streets raised me. I done stayed a million places. I done been a million places. The streets was my father and my mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. Like, I don't feel like his absence hurt me in any type of way. And maybe it would take a therapist to, you know, talk to me and say, oh, well, this hurt you or this did that. I don't know. I just know me personally, I don't feel no way. I don't feel like I lost anything. The only thing that I feel like I lost was the time of wanting to have a father and be around a father. But his absence didn't not teach me anything. Like, I think I probably would have been the same as if he was around. You know, I may have did a couple things different, but nah. I like how it turned out. I like how my life turned out. I like what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I like the struggle. Not saying that I like the struggle. I'm saying that I enjoyed it, man, because it made me who I am, and it made me a better person overall. I see things a lot more different than the average person who was spoiled or who had it all or who even had options. I didn't have options.
I mean, shit. You did something right.
Yeah.
You got your own studio. You got your own strain. You got a lot, man. You are truly blessed, but you also did it for yourself.
Yes, sir.
So my flowers to you for real.
Man, I appreciate that, bro.
Now, the reason I ask you about that, though, is because, you know, watching that scene, you see it.
Yeah.
You meant that shit.
Nah, facts.
And even if looking back, you can sit here and say, like, I mean, the streets raised me. Yeah, they made you who you are. They helped you get to where you needed to be. And like, you said it.
Yeah.
Maybe a therapist one day will help you divulge that a little bit more. Because music has helped you do it to a certain extent. Yeah. All these creative mediums have helped you do it to an extent.
Yeah, definitely.
What role has the absence of your father played in your influence in being a parent?
It made me the dopest dad in the world. Like, I'm like a superhero to my kids. My kids love me. And the absence, it just always made me like, man, I don't want my kids to ever feel that. I don't want them to ever feel like nobody there for them, or they don't got nobody, or they daddy didn't care, they daddy wasn't there, they daddy missed this, or they daddy missed that. That's why I try my best to just be everything for them. Everything that I do is for them. And that's why I said early in the interview when I said I live and I represent and I stand on this only the family shit, because that shit is important to me. I install it in my kids and they know that I'm here for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to always be here for them no matter what. And the absence of my father helped that. You know what I'm saying? For me to always make sure, like, hell no. Hell, even when I'm lazy or I can't or I'm busy, I still got to find a way because I'm their father, and I never want them to feel a certain type of way or feel any type of way that I felt coming up.
Shit, I mean, you say it in your song, My Life.
Yeah.
I dealt with the pain with a smile. I never lived life as a child. I got to give a better life to my child.
Hell yeah, man. I meant that. And That's what I'm living by. I'm still living by it. So 10 years later after that song, I'm still living by that.
What was the toughest thing you had to overcome?
Well, one of the toughest things was just losing my mother. Uh, Even though I was so young, it was still so tough because you never grow up with a mother. You never grow up knowing what that feels like for your mother to see you do this for the first time, or enroll you in school, or the smallest things, take you to the doctor. It's just I miss those things.
Losing your mom when you're 5 years old,
Yeah,
you're not able to build that long lasting relationship.
at all.
Because really, what do you got? Like a year or two worth of memories? You don't
That's
remember
it.
shit until you're like 3 or 4 years old.
That's it. And it felt like I remember everything. My sister be like, damn, it's crazy that you could remember that. But I don't know if God just instilled it in me or put it in me or made me remember, but I remember stuff I wasn't supposed to remember, like years of information, it feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like not just 1 year of information. It's things where she like, how the hell you even remember that? I don't even remember that. So it'd be like, yeah.
You mentioned that a mother's love is the strongest love that somebody could know. I mean, it's something that a lot of people say. It's one of those cliche statements that's true though.
Very true.
How did that inability to feel that love after the age of 5 impact the way that you viewed it?
Even just watching your friends, I could see it from somebody else. I've had so many mother figures, so I understand it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to be my mother for me to understand a mother's love. I had so many mother figures. Even when we just talk about my older sisters and girlfriends' moms and my friends' moms and stuff like that, I always was able to understand a mother's love, even though I didn't directly get it from my mother. Even though I got it from my mother, but when she passed, I was on my own. So, yeah, the reason why I could understand that is just because of what I've been through just throughout life and just having those mother figures to really keep me on my toes. And I appreciate them for sure.
When you lose people that are so close to you, you try to find qualities in other people that are similar.
Yeah.
So I lost my grandmas in 2021.
Yeah.
So when I see older like Hispanic ladies, I'm always like a little more inclined to be like super nice. I used to work at T-Mobile. So when the old Hispanic lady came in, I'm over there trying to help her out, do my best, because it just reminded me of my grandmas and how I would have wanted them to be treated if they were out and about. You know what I'm saying? So you look for certain qualities because you just kind of want to hold on to that for a little bit. If it's 2 seconds, that's all you need.
And that's real, though. That's real. I can understand you 1,000% with that, because that's kind of like how I am. You know what I'm saying? I can see an older woman and I just instantly I'm nicer. I'm everything. You know what I'm saying? Way more respectful. I don't know, man. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that.
So then in what ways do you feel like music has helped you heal these old wounds that had been open for so long?
Because I could vent. You know what I'm saying? Music is like I'm my own therapist, where it's like I could vent, I could talk, I could express, and if I express it dope enough, somebody else gonna feel me, and somebody else gonna understand me. It's not gonna be just about lyrics, like, oh, he snapped. It's gonna be like, damn, I feel that. Run that back. It's replay value. So music has definitely helped me because I listen to my own music sometimes. That's why I say it's like I'm my own therapist. Because sometimes I listen to my own music and it's therapeutic and it's like, damn, this is what I feel. This is what I've been through. This is real. And it just be so dope to me to just see me be able to talk about real life situations and then just put them into music. And it's so easy for me. It's not like it's a hard thing. I could record a song in 40 minutes, 45 minutes, full song, and just feel like it's a hit or feel like it's something dope. And as long as I feel that way, shit, I feel good.
Have you seen a lot of people relate to it and shit? Like, just like messages?
Every day. It still amazes me. Like, I don't drop music as much, but fans still hit me up and tell me they need my music. I've helped them through situations. I've helped them through suicidal situations. I've helped them through things with their baby mama or things with their baby father, things with their kids, help them through school, help them get up and be able to go to work. When I hear that, it's like, man, I did my part. I did my job. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot like this shit, nigga. Fuck you, man. It's people out here that love me, nigga.
And you leave a legacy behind. You leave an imprint on the world, for real.
Yes. Yes, man.
What are some thoughts and emotions that you've been able to only leave behind in music and not in any other medium?
Man, sometimes relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, you could say some of the craziest, dopest shit when it comes to how you feeling, when it comes to relationships and stuff like that you just don't say in person because they probably won't understand you or won't feel you. But then as soon as you play the song in front of somebody, they understand you 1,000%. They love the song. They love the lyrics. And it's like, damn, if I'd have said this, I probably would have got cussed out. You know what I'm saying?
It would have went the whole wrong way. Yeah. They would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Facts. So it's like, I love that factor of being able to just say whatever I want to say, and if it's dope enough, there isn't no argument. It's like, that shit dope as hell. Like, and still could understand where I'm coming from. Mm-hmm. It's like that was my way of having a conversation to you.
And sometimes being able to express that in your art form, it'll just go over people's heads.
Yeah.
You still got it out your chest.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel that way no more.
At all.
And some people just won't get it. And that's okay, because you're like, well, good.
Yeah, it don't even matter. I'm just gonna run this back real fast.
Hey, that shit's funny though. That they only understand once you put it down in a song, for real.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to hear what's wrong with them. If you do it in a nice way, like a song, they're definitely gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, and they're gonna feel special. So, you know, it's a win-win.
Man, well, I appreciate you sitting down with us.
Yes,
I got one last question for you.
For sure.
Going through all of this, from Jive Records, from moving from house to house, from the movies, what do you feel like is the most important thing you've learned about yourself?
That I won't take no for an answer. It's like I figured out that no matter what I do, no matter whenever I fall back, no matter whenever I take a break, I get this shit space. I try to just do other things that I just don't take no for an answer in no situation. And I'm always ready to risk it all. And that's something that I've been knew about me, but that's something that now I just know for sure about me. Where it's like, man, we ain't taking those for an answer. We gonna do what we wanna do. We gonna live our life. We gonna turn up. We gonna spend this money. We gonna make this money. And we gonna keep it going, only the family.
Do you feel like the lack of stability you had early on in life had created this way of life where you have to look for what's next all the time?
It was hard. Even like now, you know what I'm saying? I just had this talk with my son Carlito, and he was leaving. And he like, oh man, I'm gonna miss you. And I'm and I'm like, Daddy gotta go out and get it. Daddy gotta go get this money so I could come spend it on you. So that's what it is, you know, the motivation to just do for others, and the motivation to take care of my family, the motivation to take care of my people. That's what's going to keep me going hard at this shit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Ain't nothing going to be able to stop me as long as they print this shit.
All the businesses, I hope they flourish all 2024, bro. I'm going to look out for those movies. Throw me in as an extra when you can.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I got you, man. It ain't nothing.
Make sure you guys go ahead, check out Hypno Carlito. You want to plug anything?
Y'all go get that Primary Position right now. It's out on Amazon Prime. The links in all of my bios, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, whatever's clever, you already know. Hypno Carlito, y'all make sure y'all go get that, man. Primary Position out now. New music on the way too.
Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.